Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's government has completed 2 years in office. Although the Oli-led government that enjoyed a two-thirds majority for most of the 2-year term started out with lofty promises, 2 years down the line, the government has lagged behind on a number of fronts in terms of public expectation. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the top stories of the hour. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's powerful government completes 2 years in office. The government misses out on living up to the public's expectations. Government of Nepal to send a wide-body aircraft of the national flag carrier to Hubei province of China to bring back the stranded Nepali nationals, mainly students. Despite work division regulation in place, ministries overlap jurisdiction, giving rise to sluggish overall government output. And title decider match between Tribhuvan Army and Machindra Club slated for today as the coveted Martyrs Memorial A Division League comes to an end. Let us begin with the national political updates. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's powerful government that enjoyed a two-thirds majority for most of its 2-year term so far and presently boasting a comfortable majority, however, has failed to meet public expectations. We have a report.
A single government lasting for 2 years in Nepalese politics itself can be taken as an achievement. Despite the power equation strongly in its favor, the ruling Nepal Communist Party has, however, disappointed the public aspirations on a number of fronts. Analysts feel that the government has lagged behind on the issues giving immediate respite to the people and on the issues of service delivery. Consumers feel that inflation has escalated as the government has failed to curb black marketing and business syndicate despite claims to abolishing the monopoly of the businesses. However, Prime Minister Oli has continued to deliver flamboyant rhetoric giving big expectations to the people.
तर पानी जहाज स्टिमर चढेर कलकत्ता निम्ता छ साथीहरु हाम्रो टेलिभिजनले तपाई भन्न कसैलाई पनि जान्दैन तपाई भन्ने नेपाली भाषामा शब्दै हराइसक्यो एउटा मेलम्चीको ठेकदार भाग्यो यो यस्तो कुरा कहिले कहिले हुन्छ सरकार भाग्या त होइन नि ठेकदार भाग्यो हामी आफै गर्दै छौं
The government during its 2-year term so far has continued to land in controversy. The Guthi bill that was tabled without adequate talks with the stakeholders ultimately was withdrawn, following massive protest campaign. The decision to provide a number of Nepal Trust land to business group Yeti Holdings also repeatedly hit the headlines. The advisors of contractors who were responsible in the failure to complete the development projects were made by Prime Minister's legal advisor, who in turn amended the public procurement regulations as per their liking. 2 years ago, when Prime Minister Oli assumed his office, he was at the height of his popularity. There was a massive public expectation, while Premier Oli put much of his effort in lofty speeches sans concrete development works. Even as the official visit of the Chinese Prime Minister Xi Jinping can be taken as a positive development, the US-funded multi-billion-dollar Millennium Challenge Corporation is still mired in controversy.
The government of Nepal is sending a wide-body aircraft of the national flag carrier to novel corona-hit Hubei province to bring back the stranded Nepali nationals, mainly including students. The government is flying a 276-seater wide-body aircraft to the Hubei province in China with a 14-member team tomorrow to bring the 185 confined Nepali nationals. The team consists of a pilot and a co-pilot, 6 cabin crews, 4 healthcare officials, 1 engineer and a load master. The flight is scheduled to take off for Wuhan at 2:45 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. According to Archana Khadka, the spokesperson of the Nepal Airlines Corporation, the flight is scheduled to return on Sunday from Wuhan at 2:15 p.m. Nepal time. However, the Nepali nationals flown back from Wuhan will not be allowed to meet with their relatives. According to the Health Ministry, the rescued nationals will undergo health checkups at the airport before being taken to quarantine camp in Kharipati. The rescued Nepali nationals are required to stay in quarantine camp at Nepal Electricity Authority building, Kantipur, for at least 14 days before they are released in case there are no complications. The Nepali nationals in Wuhan had corresponded with the Nepalese embassy in Beijing to carry out the rescue efforts from Wuhan, the epicenter of novel coronavirus. And moving on, the Supreme Court has issued a show cause notice, in fact, in the name of the corruption watchdog CIAA for not implicating former Prime Ministers Madhav Kumar Nepal and Baburam Bhattarai in the infamous Lalita Niwas land scam in Baluatar. A single bench of Chief Justice Cholendra Samsher Rana issued the show cause notice seeking written clarification on why cases were not filed against the former Prime Minister duo Nepal and Bhattarai. The corruption watchdog has been asked to furnish the clarification within 15 days. The anti-graft body on 5th of February last week had filed corruption cases against 175 individuals, including 3 ministers in the Lalita Niwas land scam. Likewise, senior advocate Balkrishna Neupani this Wednesday had filed a writ raising objections to the anti-graft body to spare former Prime Ministers Nepal and Bhattarai, who had headed the cabinet when the decisions were made. A work division regulation has been made to deal with ambiguity in the jurisdiction of ministries. Despite the regulation in place, overlapping of jurisdiction among ministries is common. At the same time, similar nature of works have also been assigned to different ministries. According to the Government of Nepal Work Division Regulations 2018, different works assigned to Ministry of Law is being overseen by the Prime Minister's office. Likewise, various issues of human rights regarding its conservation, promotion among others have been assigned to the Prime Minister's office, but issues are mainly dominated by Home Ministry. At the same time, international border issues assigned to 4 ministries divided among Home, Defence and Land Reform ministries. These are just a few representative cases. The jurisdiction of all the 22 ministries has been well defined in the Work Division Regulations but have been seriously ignored. The government's Work Division Regulation cannot be questioned in the court. It is the government's responsibility to see the works executed as per regulations. However, given the sluggish government modus operandi, the lack of coordination and confusion among ministries is evident. Special Economic Zones or SEZ have been established in Bhairahoa among other places for the promotion of businesses. However, industrialists do not seem interested towards SEZ. In this context, we had asked the industrialists and entrepreneurs how their attraction towards SEZ can be increased. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
हाम्रो कच्चा पदार्थ चाहिँ 60 देखि चाहिँ 70% सम्मको कच्चा पदार्थ हाम्रो देशमा भएको कच्चा पदार्थमा केही चाहिँ केमिकलहरु बाहिरको लिएर आएर हामीले फिनिशिङ गरेर बाहिरी बजारमा चाहिँ कम्पिटिसन गर्न सक्यौं भने यो सेजहरुले चाहिँ पूर्णता पाउँछ।
सेजको त्यो इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर तयार गर्दाखेरि त्यहाँ एउटा अफिस चाहिँ अलिकति सूचना प्रवाह गर्ने हिसाबले स्थापना हुनु पर्थ्यो, त्यो चाहिँ भइदिएन। सिधै त्यो सूचनाहरु केही लिन परे काठमाडौँ नै जानुपर्ने अवस्था भयो।
18-19 वर्षसम्म चाहिँ सीएज का कुनै पनि इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चरहरु अहिलेसम्म बेसिक पोइन्टहरु पनि क्लियर भएर गराएर राख्न सकिएको छैन।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And the question is, how do you assess the government's 2-year in office? Your options are A, encouraging, B, average, and C, disappointing. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
The Marty's Memorial A Division League will see a new champion this season. The last league match between Trivandrum Army Club and Machindra Club will decide the winner today. The Army team and Machindra both are well aware of the fact that winners will be hailed while the second place team will be forgotten. Nabin Neupani, coach of Trivandrum Army, and Pravesh Katwal, coach of Machindra, both sounded confident on the eve of the match to lift the coveted Marty's Memorial A Division League. Just a single point separates the two teams, Trivandrum Army and Machindra. Army have 29 points from 12 matches, while second place Machindra have 28. The scenario is that both teams need clear wins to lift the trophy, which points out to a prospect of an exciting match at Dasrat Stadium. Both the coaches are also well aware of the strength of their opposition and have said that they would put up a strategic football to clinch the 3 points. Meanwhile, captain of Tribhuvan Army Bharat Khawas and captain of Machindra Biraj Maharjan, the teammates from the national team, have an opportunity to make history for their respective teams. Defending champions Manang Marsyangdi finished third in the ongoing Martyrs Memorial A Division League. In their last match yesterday, Manang registered a 1-0 win over Jaulakhel Youth Club. In the match played at Anfa ground in Saddobato, Nishan Limbu scored the only goal in Manang's victory. Following a goalless first half, Limbu scored the decisive goal in the 75th minute. Manang finished with 28 points from 13 matches. Manang have equal points with second place Machindra but are placed third on goal difference. Jaulakhel finished in the 6th position with 19 points. With that, it's now time for our special segment, Media Watch.
Senior advocate Balkrishna Neopane filed a writ petition at the Supreme Court on Wednesday demanding to indict former Prime Minister duo Madhav Kumar Nepal and Baburam Bhattarai for their alleged involvement in the infamous Lalita Niwas land scam. Just last week, the Commission for the Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIAA, had filed cases at the Special Court against 175 individuals, which included a former Deputy Prime Minister, 3 former ministers, former Chief of CIAA, and 6 special class government officials for their alleged involvement in the land scam. Corruption watchdog CIAA had spared former Prime Ministers Madhav Kumar Nepal and Baburam Bhattarai, citing that investigating policy decisions made by the cabinet did not fall under the authority of the CIAA. Leader Nepal was the Prime Minister back in 2010 when the cabinet decided to transfer the land in the name of private individuals, while Leader Bhattarai was the Prime Minister in 2013 when the decision was reinstated. Petitioner Neopane has demanded to charge all the stakeholders involved in the cabinet decision and those who were ready to return the land to the government, including Justice Kumar Regmi and Nepal Communist Party General Secretary Vishnu Paudel's son, Nabin Paudel. The government-appointed Deputy Inspector General of Police DIG Thakur Gyawali as the 27th Inspector General of Police or IGP. The cabinet meeting held on Tuesday decided to appoint Gyawali to the post just before incumbent IGP Sarvendra Khanal retired from the post on Tuesday itself after concluding his 30-year service with the Nepal Police. Former Secretary Arjun Karki's wife Muna Karki was murdered at their residential home in Sanepa Lalitpur on Monday. 49-year-old Muna was strangled before being hit on the head by an object by her domestic helper Vijay Chaudhary. She suffered serious head injury and was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. Helper Chaudhary was found to have committed suicide by hanging from the ceiling in the same house. A fire at a coffee shop inside the terminal of the Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu halted the arrival and departure of domestic and international flights for 1.5 hours Monday evening. Although the fire at the coffee shop was taken under control within 30 minutes by the firefighters at the airport, the arrival and departure of flights were halted due to the thick smoke from the blaze. This is Abhyuday Shrestha for Kantipur News Desk.
That's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.